Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's dive into today's story. The town of Kičevo, North Macedonia, nestled in a valley on the slopes of Mount Bistra, was a place of quiet, unremarkable life. Its people led a simple existence, enjoying football, music, and Sunday church. But the peace of the town was shattered in early 2004 by a gruesome discovery. On the outskirts of town, the naked body of an elderly woman was found dumped in a plastic bag. She had been strangled, bound, tortured, and raped, and had been dead for more than a week. The woman was identified as 64-year-old Mitra Simjanaska, who had been missing for nearly 2 months. A year passed, and the police were no closer to finding the killer. The town's only solace was a man who came forward to help solve the mystery, a quiet, soft-natured reporter named Vlado Taneski. Born in 1952 in the same town, Taneski was the son of a World War II veteran and a cleaner. His parents were conservative disciplinarians, and he had a particularly difficult relationship with his mother. After studying journalism in Croatia, he began his career at a radio station. At age 21, he met his future wife, Vesna, who would later become Kičevo's first female lawyer. By now, however, Taneski was going through the most difficult phase of his life. He had been laid off from the well-known newspaper Nova Macedonia, where he had worked for nearly 2 decades. He had also recently lost both of his parents and was facing a failing marriage. Amidst all of this personal crisis, he went on to write a series of articles about the murders. Readers loved his work. Few had ever read such thoughtful, insightful, and detailed crime writing in a Macedonian newspaper. He continued his work over the next couple of years as 2 more women, 56-year-old Ljubica Lakaska and 65-year-old Zvana Temelkaska, went missing and were found dead. Temelkaska, the 3rd victim, disappeared on May 7, 2008, and was found just over a week later. The very next day, Nova Macedonia published his story as the main article on its crime pages, under the headline, "A Serial Killer Stalks Kičevo, 2." Taneski was able to establish a pattern in the 3 murders, noting that the women were tortured and killed in the same fashion, and were all friends who lived in the same part of town. He also included a key detail. Temelkaska's body had been found in a rubbish dump, tied up with a piece of phone cable that had been used to strangle her. The police, who had been conducting a detailed and silent investigation, grew suspicious. They couldn't ignore the precision and passion with which Taneski wrote. He included disturbingly accurate details that had never been released to the public. He had known the exact type of phone cord used and the gruesome state in which the bodies were found. The investigation shifted from a search for a stranger to a meticulous study of Vlado Taneski's own words. The pieces of the puzzle began to fall into place. All of the victims were friends of his late mother, and the pattern was as clear as it was twisted. At around 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, dozens of police officers surrounded Vlado Taneski's home. He put up no resistance and was quickly taken away for questioning. His double life came crashing down. A search of his rural cottage uncovered a hidden world of perversion, including a stash of pornography, the very same ropes and cords used in the murders, and personal items belonging to his victims. The next day, DNA evidence matched a sample from his blood to semen found on one of the victims. The man who had been a trusted reporter was charged with the murders of 3 women, with police confident they had evidence linking him to a 4th. But Vlado Taneski never stood trial. The very next morning, he was found dead in his prison cell, having drowned himself in a bucket of dirty water. He was pronounced dead less than 30 hours after entering Kičevo prison. 2 handwritten notes were found, one of which was hidden under his pillow. It read, "I am proud of my family and I love them very much. I have not done any of the things I am accused of. I did not commit these murders." To this day, his life remains a chilling psychological mystery, a testament to the terrifying darkness that can hide behind the most unassuming of facades. Psychiatrists speculate that his murders were a twisted form of revenge, an attempt to exorcise the rage he felt toward his mother, and that his need to be caught was as strong as his desire to kill. The reporter who wrote about a monster was the monster all along. If you enjoyed the story, please like and subscribe. And remember, darkness is never far away.